All right, how's it going? Today we're going to be going over how to install a trailer wiring kit, a 4-pin and 7-pin wiring kit. This is a factory OEM Nissan kit. I got it off a website called Z1 Off-Road. They sell a lot of OEM Nissan truck and car parts. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so first things first, this wiring harness actually connects at the passenger side front wheel well, but these two resistors plug into these two connectors here. Go ahead and plug these in, right? Just line up these prongs, get these plugged in. If I'm looking at that right, there it is. Plug that in. All right, and then we'll go ahead and do the same here on this side. All right, and then once those are together, you'll take this little foam tape, you'll line them up here, and you'll just wrap them up together and get them nice and neat. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll cut right back into it. All right, so next you're gonna come in on your passenger side front wheel well, and you're gonna pull this panel up, right? You'll pull this panel first, you'll pull this panel back. It shows to pull this tab. Okay, and these you can just kind of get like a screwdriver, or if you have one of the little plastic push tab tools, you can just kind of get under here and just very slowly work your way around. And there's just a couple tabs that slot in. It's no big deal there. And then here, you just kind of shimmy this in. Just kind of work around. Usually you should be able to get it. I've taken this off once or twice. Well, before I break anything, I guess I will go pull that other tab over there off. All right, so ending up taking that tab off right there, taking that off just made it a little bit easier to work with. I was able to just very lightly kind of shimmy it out. And if you look in here, that connector right there in the back, let me point it out, right there, that's the one that we're going to be tying into. So do your best to just kind of work on getting that out. And it's taped up here. You'll just plug into that and then just kind of shove everything back there, and you put this piece back together. All right, so there's, from the factory, there's just a little piece of tape on that, connecting it to that other bundle of wires there. Go ahead and just cut that off, and then you'll take this piece here, right, the one that we had taped up earlier. That connector will plug right into that one right there. Let me go ahead and do that. All right, let me see if I can prop you guys up here. So you just squeeze that in here, you plug that in, and then just take this and you can kind of just rest it back here. There's a lot of open space. Just rest that back there where it's not going to be moving around or getting in the way. All right, that looks good. Then we'll just pop this back into place. Right. And then, once we get that back in there, all right, and then you'll just pop this tab back in here. Let me go ahead and work on that. So that sits there. You just take your tab that you pulled out, and you just shove it back on. And there you go, you're back in. Then you'll take this little deal that we pulled out earlier, all right, and just, these can be kind of hard to snap back into place. Gotta kind of like shimmy them in there sometimes. But we'll work on that. Give me just a second. All right, so for this next step, you're gonna go under the truck, right here behind your driver's side back tire. And if you're putting trailer wiring in, I'm guessing you probably have bought a hitch But if you look right here where the hitch kind of connects, there's these two little open pin connectors, right? Those match up with these two right here, and that's what we're gonna put in there. Before I put those in though, I'm gonna just shoot a little bit of electronics cleaner in here. It's been... All right, so these clips are now, or those dummy plugs are now disengaged. The one on the left gave me quite a bit of trouble, but we were able to get it out after all. So like I said, we'll go ahead and just get these plugged into their corresponding port. It's about as easy as that. All right, and then this leads to... All right, so next step, after we have these plugged in, you'll see right here, let me get a hold of that. Right here, there's this little cutout. So this is a metal bumper plate, right? And then this is the plastic on the backside of the truck, right next to the license plate. You'll go ahead and cut this out, and you'll see what I'm about to do, but basically just take a drill bit and stick it through there and then just follow it around. You can do it with a Dremel tool, you can do it however you like. Just don't overcut into the middle, just cut the plastic off. And when you actually take the connector for the trailer wiring, it'll just pop right into place. And I'll show you that here in a second. All right, so basically what I did is I just drilled a hole and I followed the outline with both the drill bit, and I've got this little Harbor Freight Dremel tool. It's a little rough right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and test fit this in here and see if it fits. See if it has enough clearance to hit the little metal bracket behind. If it does, then I'll just clean it up and we'll call it a day. That'll be it. All right, so just did a little bit of grinding up and it fit perfect. And it should just snap into place. It's got these little clips on the back of it that should make it really, really easy. Once you have that hole cut perfectly to fit, just snaps right in. We'll go ahead and attach it on the back side and then we're done. All right, so here's the back side of it. You can pretty well see how those clips clip in, and it's pretty firm in there, so I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with it. So now we take these two connectors that we plugged in earlier, feeds to this, and we just find where that lines up and clip that bad boy in. All right. I'll have to mess with it for a little bit, but we'll get that to clip in really quick.